What's up YouTube? This is Shabazz, and I'm back with another CBD hemp flower review. What's up to all my connoisseurs? Hope you're staying healthy, hope you're staying safe. Welcome back to another video. Today we have a returning vendor to the channel. They are a frequent flyer here. They always bring that heat, always indoor. I'm talking about WNC CBD. Now at this point, I don't think WNC really needs any introduction. If you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you already know about them, you've seen the reviews, you probably tried their products. So today I got two new strains for you. These actually dropped on Christmas Day. We got the Early Blossom and the Without THC. Now Without THC, that is a funny strain name, but this is European genetics. I believe comes from Spain. If you know anything about the EU and Europe and everything, they have their own high CBD hemp programs going on over there, and there's a lot of interesting, a lot of good crossovers, a lot of good genetics coming out of Europe. This is one of those. Early Blossom, I don't really know much about this, but just based on the name, it's probably like berry blossom crossed with like an auto flower strain. And another cool vinyl WNC CBD sticker. So I'm gonna be starting off with this Without THC. It's a strain I've never tried before. I'm anxious to see what kind of effects this has. Let's check out these test results. Looks like total THC on the Without THC, 0.7%. So mid-range, upper mid-range levels of THC for hemp. CBD comes in at 16%. So a respectable amount of CBD as well. Like I said, I don't know anything about this strain as far as having smoked it or smelled it or anything. So we're gonna try this out together. Let's get this open. God. Every time. No smell still. Okay. Not super funky. Not super dank. Just a very clean, almost a soda, Sprite kind of smell, but not sour space candy smell. But like the sweetness of Sprite. Like if you buy Sprite from McDonald's and you leave it in your car, you let it go completely flat, and then you go and drink it, that's what this smells like. It's not super loud, but it doesn't smell like hay or grass or anything like that. All right, unfortunately, it did get a little bit squished in shipping, so it's a little bit flat on its side right there, but this looks like good flower. I can tell it's indoor, top quality, really tight trim, nice light green with those bright orange pistils. I don't see any signs of seeds or anything, and it's really frosty. Go ahead and check that out. Like I said, it is a little bit squished, which is a shame. I'm sure if you see it completely unadulterated, it looks simply amazing. It still looks really good, which, you know, that's a good thing. That even with the squish, it looks really good. Very premium quality looking flower. All right, well, I don't have much to say about this aside from I'm really anxious to try it. So let me break this down, get it into a bowl, and while I do that, I'm gonna put a high resolution image here. All right, breaking that down, it got really, really sticky. I mean, sticky. So a grinder is definitely recommended when you're messing with this stuff. Also, the smell did get a little bit louder, a little bit more pungent. Let's get into it. Has kind of a good taste on the smoke. It's pretty smooth. It has a very clean taste. A slight hint of how it smells is on the taste. Other than that, it's got kind of that mild, neutral hemp flavor. A little bit better than average though. It's relatively smooth. I was able to take that real big hit with no problems. Now, that's pretty smooth flower, even out of a bong. And contrary to popular belief, bongs do not make hits smoother. If anything, bongs make it harsher. Bongs are just for taking big rips. I'm sure out of a joint or a blunt, this flower will be perfectly smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 on the smoothness scale. It has just a little bit of throat burn, but it's pretty smooth. One more hit to finish off the bowl. All right, and that didn't get significantly harsher or hotter or anything towards the bottom of the bowl, so that's a good thing. I have no idea what kind of effects I should expect, so I'm just gonna go along for the ride. I'll be back in a few and let you know how it goes.
11 minutes later.
All right, I'm back. Now, surprisingly, this strain is called without THC. However, it is very potent, very strong. To me, this feels like if you were to mix CBG with like a heavy Kush strain almost. I feel pressure in the chest. I'm getting very stuck, deep in thoughts. It's got a really intense couch lock effect to it. However, I don't feel sleepy or drowsy, but I just feel really, really heavy and I feel stuck. And even as I'm sitting here recording this video and talking, I keep going off into other thoughts. I'm finding it hard to focus on even doing what I'm doing. It's very potent, however, it's not uncomfortably potent. Which is why I said this feels like if you mix like a CBG with a heavy indica, because I don't feel racy thoughts, panic, or anxiety. I just feel super strong body effect in my torso, my arms, my upper legs. My breathing is a little bit switched to manual, and like I said, I keep just going off in my thoughts and getting stuck and couch locked and stuff. You know, the name without THC really makes you go in with expectations that maybe this is gonna be some weak, no effect stuff, when in fact it's very potent. This is definitely gonna be one of those strains that I say, like, this is kind of as strong as hemp can really get. I'm feeling kind of cotton-mouthy. I'm feeling hungry, man. Whew. I could go tear up the kitchen right now, man. I got the munchies off this. Matter of fact, that's what I'm about to go do. Without THC from WNC is getting the Shabazz seal of approval for me. Obviously the bud quality is good, smells good, looks good, trim good, cure good. It's indoor, and the effects are this potent. Man, give me a little while, I'll come back and we'll check out that early blossom. All right, I'm back. Man, those effects took a good long while to wear off. Definitely has some longevity. Let's get into this early blossom. Now this early blossom, total THC 0.50%. So basically straight middle range total THC, 13.8% CBD. All right, no smell. Okay, this one's a little bit more loud. It's not dank, it's not skunky. This is very reminiscent of sour space candy. This is very close to sour space candy, minus that carbonated spice that it has. It smells citrusy, lemon limey, sweet and airy. It has kind of that tropical breeze scent to it. This one has a little bit more of an airy nug structure as well. Once again, this did get a little bit flattened during shipping. It looks good though. The pistils on this are more of a clayish, pinkish color. Seems to be cured well though. Has a good smell to it. A couple of foxtails coming off. Check that out. That's good looking flower. It has a different nug structure than the without THC. This is less dense, more airy. You could tell this was probably a taller, more skinnier, lanky plant, just based on that nug structure. Probably had more of a classic sativa build to it, but it looks good. It's frosty, has a good green to it. Everything looks healthy and taken care of properly. Well, all right, you know how we do this. I'm gonna break some of it down, get it into a bowl, and while I do that, I'm gonna put a high resolution image here. All right, breaking that down, it was a little bit sticky. It wasn't super sticky, but that smell really amplified. And yeah, it really smells like sour space candy once you break it down. Let's get into it. Okay, a very smooth first hit, slight hint of the smell, but mostly just kind of a very mild, neutral, standard hemp taste to it. Okay, that second hit had a little bit of a bite to it, a little bit hot on the back of the throat. I'm burning a little bit right now. It has that dank flavor though. I always say, my real smokers know. When you take a big hit of something and it's gonna be strong, it has that dankness to it. You can just taste it. I might not wanna go too hard on this one. Has a little bit of a harshness to it, but it's not super bad. I'm gonna give this one a 7 on the smoothness scale. Like I said, it has a little bit of a bite, that little bit of sting to it, but it's not terrible. One last hit. I don't know what kind of effects that this is gonna have, but I feel like they're gonna be strong. That without THC was strong. I don't know if I'm prepared for another round of strong effects. I didn't put another Go-Gurt in the freezer. Let's see how it goes. I'll come back in a little while and I'll let you know.
A few minutes later.
All right, I'm back. This strain is super potent as well. Now this is definitely more of a sativa strain, 100%. It's a heavy sativa though. When I say a heavy sativa, I have that chest pressure on me and that having to remind myself to breathe a little bit, manual breathing thing going. But aside from that, I don't really feel it in my body at all. I definitely don't feel super lazy. I don't feel really drowsy. I don't feel sedated. This is definitely more of a sativa dominant strain. If you have a high tolerance, this is something that you could probably enjoy during the daytime. And I wouldn't recommend this for the nighttime really, just because it is a little bit rushy and a little bit racy. This probably wouldn't work if you're trying to chillax and sit down or go to sleep. I am finding myself kind of thinking a little bit, but just have this really rushy, mind tingly feeling up here in my forehead and everything. This is classic, modern, sativa dominant hybrid effects right here. The only complaint I had about that was just that little bit of harshness getting it down. But besides that, it looked good, smelled good, and really, really potent effects. Very strong, very noticeable. And I wouldn't recommend this for beginners, definitely not. But I'm gonna give this the Shabazz seal of approval though. I like this flower, like the strain, and I don't think anybody would really be disappointed with it. Now today, nothing really blew me out of the water, but everything was good. Most importantly, for a lot of y'all, this is what really matters, is the effects were really strong. One was a really heavy, strong indica. One was a really heavy, strong, more sativa dominant strain. The only complaint I have for WNC is the pricing. I feel like they really had a good thing going with their current price structure and they changed it up a little bit more. So in the future, I would really like to see WNC have a little bit more competitive price structure. And I've told them this before. But like always, good flower, WNC is extremely consistent. I've never had anything unsatisfactory from them ever. That's the review though, y'all. Thanks for watching the video. Before you click away, make sure you go down in the description, click on the link, check out the merch. It's all hemp cannabis related. Check that out, support the channel. Hit like if you like the video. Hit me up down in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you can see when I upload new content. Also make sure you check out my IG, which is up here, down in the description. I appreciate each and every one of y'all so much, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.
Ooh, wee boy. Zaza!